Greetings to all Southern Cameroonians on ground zero and around the world. This is King Ayuk from Manu Division, Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. I want to have a discussion of Ayuk latest live show discussion, where he titled to all journalists in Cameroon on 20th May via. I want to discuss about that. Southern Cameroonians. It is true that we are fighting a war, not just any war, a war for independence. We're fighting a revolutionary war to gain our independence. We don't have our independence yet. We're fighting this war to gain our independence, to become a sovereign state. Because our independence was taken away from us when we were forcefully, or when we were put in place to decide on either going to Nigeria or Cameroon, and we wanted to be a free state, but that choice was taken away from us. And we've been with La République Cameroon for more than 50 years, and it is obvious that the relationship that we have with La République Cameroon and with the citizens of La République Cameroon is not a relationship that can go any further. We've done everything possible as Southern Cameroonians to make peace and to be included in the state of La République du Cameroon, in that country called Cameroon. But time and time we have been rejected by the citizens of by the citizens of La République du Cameroon, and by the government of La République du Cameroon. And through all the fact that we had to air our opinions, how we feel, the government and the military came down harshly on us, especially on us Southern Cameroonians, just to show that we are not part of La République du Cameroon, and we will never be part of La République du Cameroon. But we have to either shut up and take in what they say, or stand up and fight for our independence, our freedom to become a free state. And this journey has not been an easy one. It has not been an easy one because many of our citizens, many of our people are dying. And it has been a difficult one because of the lack of true leadership in this revolution. The fact that we don't have true leadership, people who are dedicated for the revolution and doing what is necessary to make sure that we gain our independence. Now, I'm not saying that what we've been doing has not been an impact on La République. It has. But if Southern Cameroonians were more united in this cause and stay united in fighting the main enemy, in concentrating in fighting the main enemy, this revolution would have been a lot more different. And as I said, the reason why this path has been so difficult is because of the leadership in the revolution. There have been many fractions of leadership. It has been good in the beginning, but our revolution has evolved in a point where more heads must be united as leaders to fight this revolution. And it's clear that somebody like Dr. Sako, or the fake Dr. Sako, because some people, it's obvious that he's not a doctor because he dropped out from school. But that's not the point. Well, maybe it is the point. It doesn't matter. Well, Dr. Sacco, with all his hopes and dreams of my trip to Boya, which turned out so disastrous because of the mismanagement of 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 Samuel Sacco's action in this revolution. It has taken our revolution backward. But is the more we spend time on this revolution, or the more time passes, we come to the realization that Dr. Sacco is an agent of Life Republic du Cameroon who is just using the revolution to make himself rich. All the evidence has been proven, has been given by Eric Tato. You cannot fake documents from banks of America or from different banks that are in America and from very different companies that are in America. You cannot fake those documents. Those documents are authentic. And the people of Southern Cameroon, in the diaspora, especially in the United States, should take that evidence to court. They should take that evidence to court and sue Samuel Sacco. This action can be done unitedly. And by doing that, we can actually regain some of the finances that were stolen by Dr. Sacco and his team of gangs of thieves. We could do that and take the money back and put it in this revolution. This revolution is on track because the more we fight this revolution, the more we fight it, the more we defeat La République du Cameroun. They are financially broken. They are incapable of paying their soldiers. It will get to a point where many of their soldiers will run away. Because you can't be fighting and then you can't even have food to eat because the government can't pay the soldiers. So the more we fight this war, the more the chances for us winning this revolution, progresses. And one thing that the soldiers in Southern Cameroon must realize, that the Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora play a pivotal role in this revolution. And the pivotal role is to make sure that we provide the finances to support in this revolution. And DARC is going to do that because it's transparent. It's very transparent. You can see the money as you put in. You can see how much we have as it grows gradually. And that money will be used on projects that will support Southern Cameroon, that will support the citizens of Southern Cameroon, and support the military of Southern Cameroon, because we have soldiers who want to fight for a country, for the state of Southern Cameroon. We do. I'll go further and say this. Many surrogates of Samuel Sacco, many of them that follow him and who have been following him stupidly and foolishly without seeing the action behind the curtain. Many of them who have followed Sacco have realized that this guy has no interest in winning this revolution because he has his own agenda, which is why many of his followers are giving up in following Dr. Sacco or the fake Dr. Sacco. Many of his followers are living from his leadership. That should tell you more about the type of person that Dr. Sako is. Dr. Sako is not a charismatic leader. It's not a leader with a vision. It's not a leader that could take Southern Cameroon anywhere. He cannot do that. But we have people who are leaders, who are taking the action and the bold step. And some of you don't, some of the surrogates who still believe in Sako, I don't see them as surrogates. Those are people, the word for it is, what is the word for it? Why am I forgetting? I was saying that word. When you follow somebody blindly to a fault that you cannot see things objectively. Fanatics. You have Christian fanatics. In this perspective, all those surrogates who are still behind Sako, stupidly, foolishly, ignorantly, are fanatics. They are afflicted with fanaticism because they cannot be objective. In a revolution, we need people who are objective, who are willing to see the truth for what it is. We are fighting a revolution, and our revolutionary leader, the face of this revolution, whether you like him or not, is Sisiko Ayuk Tabe Julius. And many countries have recognized him as the separatist leader. The United States have recognized him as the separatist leader. UK has recognized him as separatist leader. Canada, many other countries have recognized him as the separatist leader of Southern Cameroon. And that cannot change. That Dr. Sako, Ayabacho, whoever cannot change that. That goes down in history. But that is not the bigger picture. The bigger picture, the main goal of this revolution is to make sure that we win. And after seeing the action of Dr. Sako and many of the other leaders who have stolen in this revolution, we have to make sure that leaders don't have control over the finances. Leaders should not have control over the finances. Dark is a program or it's a system that will take away financial power from political leaders in Southern Cameroon or revolutionary leaders in Southern Cameroon so that we can manage the money that we need to use in this revolution properly. Making sure that all our soldiers who are fighting are well equipped with AK-47, with all types of guns and gadgets that they need to take this battle to La République du Cameroon. To do that, all the districts and all the states, since now it's states, it's no longer counties, all the 14 states and the soldiers who are fighting in that 14 states must be well equipped to defeat the forces of La République du Cameroon within our 14 states, so that when we defeat La République du Cameroon within our 14 states, we will have control over those 14 states, and then we can take the war to La République du Cameroon. Remember, it was President Paul Biya of La République du Cameroon who declared war on Southern Cameroon. So we cannot relent to say we're gonna have to stop the war because of COVID-19 or whatever reason. We did not start this war. President Paul Biya declared the war, and we just have to make sure that we finish the war. And I'm happy that he's not dead, because this is a chance, this is an opportunity to take back Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, from the hand of the person that is holding Southern Cameroon backward, which is President Paul Biya. When we defeat the forces of Republic of Cameroon within our 14 states and take the war across the Mongol and defeat the military of the Republic in their own state, President Paul Biya will have no choice but to sign papers for separation. We can do this, Southern Cameroonians. We can do this with the program of DOG, making sure that all our leaders do not have complete control over the finances. We allowed that in the beginning of this revolution. And because of that, it has brought the revolution backward. So the people of Southern Cameroon taking back control, financial control through DAC is the best way forward. This is a system that is being managed by the people, a system for the people, and our revolutionary leaders would not have control over the finances. Money will be allocated for them on based on programs that have to be executed. Based on programs that have to be executed. That is the way we can control this revolution. La République du Cameroon is bankrupt. They cannot pay. They cannot pay their soldiers. As we progress in this war, as time goes forward, it's crystal clear that we will win this war, so long as we don't give up. So long as we work together as team. And working together as team does not mean that we have to be under one banner. Does not mean that we have to be under ADF. Does not mean that we have to be under whatever other military group that is in Southern Cameroon. It doesn't mean that the main group, the main military force has to be the only force inside Southern Cameroon. No. Working as a team means that we are doing our part wherever we are to push the revolution forward. And the soldiers on the ground, no matter what group they belong to, will not take the guns against each other because this person is in this other camp or this person is in this other camp, but stay focused on the enemy, and the enemy is La République du Cameroon. It's the military forces of La République du Cameroon. It's the police forces that are of La République du Cameroon inside Southern Cameroon. Those are the people we have to concentrate on. It's the governors, it's the councils, whoever that is doing the job for La République du Cameroon inside the soil of Southern Cameroon. Those are our enemies, and those are the people we have to stay focused on. When we take out those forces of La République du Cameroon within our county, within our states or within Southern Cameroon, all those black legs will slowly disappear. But so long as we concentrate more on the black legs and less on the main goal, which is like public, we're still empowering those who have control over Southern Cameroon. But when we take out those main target, main soldiers that are fighting against us, when we take out the forces of Republic of Cameroon, blacklegs will not have the power to speak. They will want to hide and put their head down. They will not have that power But when our soldiers are focusing on black legs and not the main enemy, we're pushing the war even more further, wasting more time when we should be concentrating on the main task so that we can win this revolution. We can win this revolution so long as we are united. United in spirit, united in goal, united in the purpose of the freedom of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonia. That will bring us freedom. That will bring us independence. That will make us the 55th state or 55th country in Africa. We must stay focused, Southern Cameroonians. We must stay focused. And let me make something crystal clear. Mr. Eric Tato, King Tato of Southern Cameroon and Ambazonia, is not just a leader of Southern Cameroon, but a leader in Africa. In due time, you understand why I'm making such statement. He is a leader in Africa. That is the truth. So some of those who are surrogates of Dr. Sako, and some who are even surrogates of Ayabacho, who are always trying to speak against Eric Tato, in due time you will understand this statement, why I made this statement. Eric Tato is not just a leader in Southern Cameroon Revolution, but he is an African leader. Somebody that is going to do great things, that's going to impact the whole of Africa. In due time, you will understand that. This is King Angel. Till next time.